everybody, and welcome to the Old City, Leviathan. Now, this game has been considered a walking simulator. It's one of those types of games where there's a lot of exploration, no combat or anything like that. But the thing about these games that I love the most is the fact that you get to play them and you just get to like experience the world around you, and you get to try to figure out mysteries as you go. And this game seems to have a lot of mysteries related behind it. But yeah, so basically, I wanted to pick this game up for a while, and I found it in one of the Indie bundles, and so I went ahead and I grabbed it. You are about to inhabit a broken mind. Not everything you see or hear is trustworthy. The Old City. See, like, basically this game's going to end up being a lot like a couple of the other games. I think it's going to be kind of in the same vein as Darjeeling's playing through Ether 1 a little bit. She never finished that game, and I'm going to put a link to it somewhere, hopefully either at the end of this or right now, to her video series. I think the Ether 1 game is amazing, but she just never really got around to finishing it.
Hello again. I guess it's time for us to chat, as is our routine. Not to imply that this is unwanted. In fact, I think I'm growing rather fond of you. You and I have shared a grand nothingness, and I feel as though your belly is a suitable embassy amidst the unknown above.
Alrighty. Well, there's some notes on the wall. So let's go with this one first. He said something about moving north towards happiness and contentment. I get the sense that this was a simple sarcasm, but that often gives way to an actual desire. I do hope he finds what he is looking for. After all, he is making an effort to explore. That's more than I can say for the other Minotaurs down here. The one whose residence is near the dumping point for the clean water was bad enough, but the new one, this Moses character, does nothing but whine about his precious dwellers and their unwillingness to move. Where's your movement, Moses? To be fair, he did leave the other day. He said he was meeting with the Order camp somewhere up north. He's back! Not Solomon, no, the other one, Moses, just down the way. It's so hard to keep track of all the Minotaurs these days. But I'm sure you know them all. You are a perceptive one, aren't you? Anyway, he's back, and I feel compelled to go and meet him again. I'm quite the social butterfly, I'll have you know. Granted, whenever I attempt dialogue, I usually get the same tired story about how insane I am or some other nonsense. Moses doesn't like me. He had the nerve to say that you don't exist. He said that I am some idiot bumbling around spewing my mind to you. Well, Moses, I'm no fan of your work either. The fool! He's made the switch! At least, that's what they say. I made the switch once, and my mind was never fully recovered. I embraced void, and I resurfaced quickly enough to survive. Why have you done this, Moses? Why have you dived into uselessness? After I switched to the unclean water, I began to see the world for what it could be, the vastness of nothingness. I can only rely on you to unveil reality again, Leviathan. You show me what they have done and what this place is, lest I implode in my own abyss. He's gone. No longer will he exist as a parasite in your belly. He has made his escape, his journey, Tarshish? To Tarshish, and I cannot help but feel as though he is brave in doing so. On the other hand, here I sit, alone with nothing to show for myself. I have become static. I sit here consuming the supplies from the old city, never even considering what sources might hold. Shall I continue to rot? Perhaps I should drink of the unclean water again. After all, if I am useless, there is no reason not to dissolve. No, I will continue. I will cling to sanity like a man lost in his hope, and I will cling to your innards like the parasitic worm I am. It has been long enough. I have wasted away being useless for enough time to see that there must be a change. Tomorrow, Leviathan, tomorrow I will make my journey. I will reach the surface, and I will find the old city. I will find the sources. And that's Jonah. Now, see, this has a lot to do with, like Jonah and the whale and stuff like that, and they're mentioning Moses. There's a lot of Bible references I'm starting to realize here. There's also a map here, and they've got skulls here and there, which kind of frightens me. I often wonder how many times I have woken up to greet you. Hundreds, if not thousands, of days have gone by, surely. I cannot believe you had not shown him to me. Solomon, my dear Solomon, yes. I met him near the south side of the facility. We had a wonderful chat, and I don't want to feel you to feel jealous. A friendship between us would never develop to eclipse my friendship with you. As he distanced himself from me after mentioning a woman named Belle, the poor fellow was unable to rid his mind of her. Some long-lost friend from an older time, I think. I'm glad I'll never lose you, Leviathan. Our friendship is a special one. Then I got some I can't really interact with any of that. So we're going to go ahead and finally exit the room. Now, when I was looking at this game, it looked friggin' fantastic. Like the pictures and stuff like that, and just the way that it looks now as I'm playing it, I mean, you have to admit, this game looks amazing. Whether or not it's a walking simulator, whether or not you want to call it whatever you want to call it, it is quite the amazing game. Now, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a... I can't pick anything up. Okay, let's try to go this way first. Watch your step. Alright, looks like we're headed down. Old City Source Overflow Outlet. Somebody answer the phone!
Do you want me here? I know the question must seem odd, if not insulting, but I really must ask. You seem distant as of late.
Well, I mean, since I don't really know what's going on. It says to follow the water. Of course, I can't really just jump over this. So, it looks like I'm headed back. And I'm going to go down the hall here. I don't know what kind of puzzles and stuff I'm going to run into. Also, running doesn't seem to go much faster than walking, so I might as well just walk. Oh, we got some, like, WD-40 and some tools and stuff like that. Okay, let's head this way. Water source main and sewer main. Now, it said to follow the water, so maybe I should follow the water. Or maybe not. Okay, that's the water source main. Doesn't look like I can do much that way, so it looks like I'm going to head down this way anyway. Main sewer access. Oop. Okay, I guess I fell. Well, there is a...
And please do not take offense. Your innards sometimes frighten me. Even in the complete safety of a belly and to myself, there are places like this that I do not want to know.
See, I'm kind of confused as to who's talking. I don't know if I'm talking. See, that thing's pointing me up. But I'm kind of interested in what's down here.
I wonder if the dwellers would cluster together like rats if they really understood the true value of isolation. All of their pathetic little wars and ridiculous assumptions of superiority would be washed away if they all had their own private labyrinths to roam around in. Granted, they could never understand the importance of the individual, the megalomania of justice in the guild, order, and, yes, even the unknowing. It's far too strong. There really is no point in even attempting dialogue.
So I'm intrigued by this game, but at the same time confused. Pigs waste what is not swill. Okay, so there's really nothing down here that I can do. So we'll go back up, I guess. This is sort of just kind of an exploration kind of thing right now. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. If there is a point to this game and there is something I'm supposed to find, I have not found it yet. Now, I could have gone up that ladder back there, but now I'm kind of committed to going this way. So, we're going to find out what's going on. I'm going to try to run, but I mean, I'm not going that fast. Oh, looks like I found residence.
As a child, before the lots were cast, my parents moved around a great deal. State of motion was not constant, of course, but it was frequent. Honestly, I loved the newness of it. I loved feeling like a sculpture, clay added over and over, but with an artist always ready to carve from my form that which I did not require, continually reshaping my psychology. Bags in front of me during the unfortunately early hours before departure. They seem to decrease in number with each successive voyage.
Alright, well that's kind of interesting. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's funny, isn't it? Months into travel and at the end of it, I am left with absolutely nothing. They told me that I should seek out the water treatment facility on this northwestern portion of the island. They told me that if I found it, I would be met with a conglomerate endeavor to reach the inland. I was told that the Order and the other enemies of the guild would not interfere with our attempts to progress. No one ever told me that the conglomerate endeavor in question was simply the continuation of some pointless struggle against nothingness. I suppose this is my punishment for assuming movement was any worth. Miles and miles I ventured, all this time spent, all this pain endured, and here I sit with nothing to show for it but a dirty old mattress and a stagnant mind. That's the best part of it all, really. The best part is that I haven't changed. I'm the same idiot stumbling around in a fallen world that I was years past. Luckily, now that death is finding me like an old lover, rejected yet loyal, it doesn't matter that the dwellers didn't seem to be concerned with the inland. Then again, why would they be concerned? Why would they want to find meaning, a meaning that the old city must provide if they already have their own? What need would there be for change? I am so horribly idiotic, aren't I? I should have seen it. No matter. It's about to be over. Thankfully, in this pathetic waste of a life won't be any trouble anymore. Onward with your endeavors, then, dwellers. I'm sure you'll make headways with your enemies someday. Surely it won't result in the continuation of the infinite conflict that will never be resolved. Surely. By the greater eye. What a fucking joke it all is. I met with a local minotaur named Jonah. He is a friendly reminder of the sanity's fragility. Drank from the unclean water, no doubt. In speech, he seems normal until a point, and at that point is his dive into the bizarre. I would call it pretentious if it wasn't so obviously born of pure insanity. I guess I can't complain, as it's far better than the nonsense I hear from the guild. At least Jonah doesn't make weightless promises of inland ventures. No, he's firmly planted in this place. As if struck by a loop, he keeps returning to his vague memories of his childhood, as if they can protect him. In the middle of a thought, he'll bring it back from the void, just to make everything seem safe. Alright. So it looks like I'm kind of following in the footsteps of either this Moses character or something else. But now I'm headed down into the dark. That might not be a good idea, but whatever. I found the storage. There's a dead rat. I found a child's bedroom. My father showed me in the heavens. This flies his wings like the clouds, he darkens the skies. Still behemoth is roaming in his desert unknown, the dunes reaching forward where no seed is sown. Under these beasts, neath the depths of abyss, Leviathan is creeping, Sheol's prince of Dis. Abba guided me onward by the strength of his hand. I let slip 'tween my fingers the grasp of the sand. He wondered curious, do you know where you are? Indeed I did not. All I could see was the blue. I told him plainly, does this matter? I'm right here with you. Well, it got really creepy in here, didn't it? Alright, well. Well, it seems like I found the outside world again. Or something. Jesus, that's blinding even to me.
I shouldn't be here.
I don't care if you should be here. I'm headed toward the light. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Wow, that got bright real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Am I going anywhere? What's happened? Oh, hello. Where the hell am I now? It's just like I traveled through places and... Well, there's nothing behind me. Alright. There's nothing I can really zoom in on there. Alrighty then. Is there someone sitting there, or is that like a statue? Oh, there's statues at each end. Okay, this just got like really creepy, and the music just all went psycho on me. Happy and content. Well, I'm rather confused. Okay, I'm in like a big castle room.
Please, I cannot swim this deep. Let me out. Please.
Alright, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if that's like a voice in my head or something. Okay, now that door is completely gone. There's something written on the wall, too. Home. Okay, the blocks are saying home. That thing hasn't changed. It's creepy. What the hell? What? The certitude of the ancients comes with a new coat. Annihilations those deemed anachrostic. Indeed, Dover runs red. Alrighty then. It's not creepy or nothing. Alright, well, I'm headed back the way I came. Because that was just creepy enough for me. Okay, so nothing else really has changed. Now I can head back. I guess I'm going to go up the ladder here at the end, because I think I've seen everything I can see down here. Because I can't cross over to here. And there's no ladder or anything. I'll tell you what, the music in this is really unsettling. Like, I have a feeling I'm about to run into something every couple of seconds just because of the music. Okay. Can't go that way. So it looks like I'm headed up, and it looks like I'm going to go up the ladder. Because that's the only other thing that I can figure I can do. Alright, ladder it is. Alright, now where the hell am I? Maintenance, Resonance 13, and water source. Alright, let's go down into Resonance 13 and see what's down here. Alright, well, it looks like I've found an...
Would you be angry with me if I removed his work? I'm not exactly a fan. Before I assumed this portion of your stomach, he existed as a parasite, eating away at your flesh before making his escape. I'm told that he refused to accept the sustenance you haul in from the outside. Some say he went insane after attempting to live off of the unclean water. Poor fool.
I don't know, the whole "no one sees" written all over the wall is probably a pretty good indication of this guy was insane, but that is a really really creepy looking body. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here because I don't want these episodes to get really, really long. And when I come back, we will do another episode and I will read these crazy letters and stuff like that. I can look almost all the way back. Ugh, okay. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it here. But this has been Flog, and this has been Flog playing the Old City Leviathan. I'm kind of confused and interested at the same time. I want to see where this story goes. So hopefully you guys like it. Remember to hit that like button, comment, and of course subscribe. And I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye, everybody. What's that? You like that? You want more? Click in the upper left to subscribe and check out Killing Floor. Okay. Also, check us out on Google Plus and Twitter for all the new updates for the channel, and then check out Rogue Shooter. There we go. Kick him. Kick him to death. I just kicked a robot to death, everybody.